right? So the first day is today, and that's the 23rd, as I said, of October. The challenge really hasn't started yet, but I want to actually share with you some simple templates and overarching ideas that I think you're going to find just demonstrate how easy this whole system is going to be. So um, I'm going to share with you a couple quick PDFs, or actually I'll share a link here and a PDF here, both of which you can access from this private work. What's the right word for this? This workspace that we use for our business, for collaboration, for interaction with our small team of just a couple people, and you can access this in the link below. I think I'm going to post this on YouTube as well. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can actually watch, or you can actually get this document for yourself. But here is the general overarching collect, connect, and convert ethos. And it's really, really simple. And I'm going to share it with you in a couple steps in the well, let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right. So this is actually created with the anticipation that we'd be doing this process with clients on the phone. But obviously, I know that most folks who are watching this or listening to this are not going to be, working with me or us on the phone. I know that most folks, 98% of you or more, will simply be watching this and downloading these documents and never actually reaching out to us directly or to me directly. So whenever you see the word call in the next 30 days, just apply this to your own process on your own. All right. So the collect, connect, and convert system has three obviously distinct parts, and we stage these as calls. So there's the collect call, there's the connect call, and there's the convert call. And if there is a longer term relationship with a client going on, then this is actually extended over a 52-week period, because we have a big offer that's a year. So if you see something that has that kind of verbiage, that's what that means. All right, but essentially the collect call is, or the first call, the collect staging call, is about extracting author or expert insights, your entrepreneurial insights, you being the person we're speaking to, and we're data mining for your experiences or your secret sauce or the unique process or perspective that you bring to your work, right? So there's a Mad Lib exercise that I'd like to do, and I've certainly referred to this in other places in the past. It's not mine. I got this from someone else who obviously got this from someone else who got it from someone else, etc., etc. But the general idea is people in my niche, audience or industry, suck at X, but if they only knew Y like me, they'd have all the Z they need to succeed, right? So essentially you're just inserting or putting in your particular area of expertise or your secret sauce or your niche knowledge or whatever it is that makes you excited or different, whatever your unique selling proposition is, would go in here. So people, in my niche, suck at writing content, but if they only knew how to curate content the right way with a WordPress plugin, they'd have all of the ideas they need to succeed. That was a pretty shitty example, but you get the idea. You're just essentially taking your secret sauce, or something that you are really good at, maybe a proprietary process, maybe something that's very unique about your own understanding of your industry or area of expertise, and you're just going to dump it into this Mad Lib question, for your own, to sort of clarify exactly what it is that you are going to be sharing in each one of these sections. All right, I'm going to actually click out. I'm going to link to this because it'll make it easier for me to navigate the PDFs using the screen capture software that I'm using. Always kind of get really kind of herky jerky, and it disrupts my ability to think. So, all right. So this is actually, you also have access to this. This is a live URL that you can use in the same document we were just looking at. But if you're a client of ours or you're working with us, you can actually fill this out online and interact with me privately. All right. So the collect phase is where we're essentially identifying your author, expert, or entrepreneurial insights, your unique experiences, your unique process or perspective, your secret sauce. And then we are going to use that to connect your areas of expertise into audience outcomes, right? So we build a bridge between your insight, epiphany, or area of expertise above into a super specific audience outcome, right? And we do that by using what we call a content cornerstone, which is a kind of a super duper outline on steroids. It's the antithesis of a outline, the endless outline that people generally create when they sort of write books or teach courses or create coaching programs that kind of, just endlessly describe their own areas of expertise. Instead, we combine very specific keyword research, and we use tools very specifically like answerthepublic.com, which is great for Q&A sort of content. And then we use this content cornerstone, which we do on call number 2, to actually get very, very siloed and segmented with regard to what you know and what your areas of expertise are. And we build these individual product silos, coaching silos, program silos that are really hyper segmented, hyper specific, and that are really oriented around real questions and answers that people in your niche, in your ideal audience, your quintessential clients are actually asking right now, again, by dint of using real keyword queries that are generated from a tool like answerthepublic.com. And then the last part of this process is the convert phase. And this is where we turn your, I like to say this is the rubber, where the rubber meets the road phase. So no more ethereal ideas or these long-term goals. We're actually rapidly iterating, improving, optimizing. We're creating products, programs, and a publishing platform around the process above. So we're turning your ideas into income, your hook, let's say, into a book, if that's something that you're interested in doing, writing a book, which is something that we are interested in, in doing with our clients. Turning your blog into a brand, your content into a community of cash flow, and et cetera, strangers into subscribers, subscribers into sales, right? So this is actually the publishing part of the process, right? So most people, even if they get to the to the connect phase, right? So they collect and they connect, even if they're doing this for themselves. The convert phase is where most folks drop the ball. This is actually where you have to do the heavy lifting. You have to do the work. You have to actually publish the blogs, the landing pages, the community software. You have to put all this together, and this is what we're doing for our clients as part of this done with you content collaboration style service. So we're actually we're building you a membership site. We're building you a landing page for your book launch. We're building you a content community using something like Circle or Mighty Networks or one of those, or Buddy Press or one of those sorts of solutions. And again, this is, we're building you a course community using something like Podia or Gumroad or one of those sorts of LMS solutions. So all of this, the convert phase, is really where we take all of the ideation and we turn it into, real concrete content community and platform publishing pieces which are live in the world. So it's not anymore in the idea osphere, if that's a word, right? It's actually, these are concrete things that one can actually see online that your brand, your business, your content, your community, all this stuff is actually real, and it's no longer just in a headspace of your 2 a.m. aspirations, right? So this is really important. This is really where my own and our own, and this is a work that I generally outsource to others in our on our team. We have a couple folks who are expert at some of these different platforms, and this is the piece where you really see something in the world that emanates from all of the ideas or all of the the expertise and the experience and the epiphanies and all the sort of the unique things that you have to offer the world that you haven't yet gotten published. This is where we actually take the reins for you and get it done, to ensure that it's done, right? So that's essentially the collect, connect, and convert phase from our public client-facing perspective. But what I'm really excited to demonstrate over the next couple weeks, the next 30 days or so, is how quickly and easily you can create. You can do two things actually. You can leverage smart solutions, smart software, smart like what can you borrow to build, what can you leverage to launch, like what gives you a competitive advantage in a niche, a market, an industry. I'm going to show you how I think about that and how I actually use real tools and real technologies that most folks aren't going to even know exist to do this in a very rapid fire way. And then of course I'm going to show you how quickly and easily you can use this general process map that I just outlined to build a a community of content, courses, fee-based offers that can transform your life in a very short period of time. All right, so in 30 days, we're going to go from having very little content in a very specific direction to having tons of content with courses and things that are published and things that people can buy and lots of opportunities to advertise and do email outreach and do all the things that one needs to build a new platform in a very smart and savvy way. So you're going to see that, and if I don't do it, you're going to see that too, which again comes back to the accountability piece and is the reason that I'm recording all this stuff to some degree as well. Okie doke. So if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. I'm going to post this on YouTube, I'm pretty sure, but in the event that you're just seeing this in our private community, feel free. You can comment in the community comment area below, or I would also encourage you, if you're interested in working with us and learning how we can apply this process to your brand and business. If you don't want to go it alone, I'm happy to jump on the call with anyone who is serious about building a publishing product platform in 2020, 2021. You can send us an email, hi@mindfulmarketplace.com, and I'm happy to set up a appointment predicated on a few qualification questions. Okay, doke. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.